Good evening guys. I made a video a few weeks ago where I made 1 litre of Kilju with a twist for 29 pence a litre. Today I'm going to make a bare bones Kilju for 25 pence per litre. Now to do this we're going to need 500 millilitres of warm water, 500 millilitres of cold water, some bread yeast, 170 grams of sugar and an empty 1 litre plastic bottle with a cap. All this is from Aldi, by the way, and this will cost us 25 pence for 1 litre of, I'm aiming for 10% ABV, so good strong brew, wine strength. Now this is going to be a part of a series. I'm going to beat that 29 pence Kilju not once, not twice. I'm going to beat it 10 times on our way down to absolute zero. How's he going to do that, I hear you ask? Well, over the next 10 videos, you're going to find out. If you'd like to follow along with today's video with the full printout, with the full method, full ingredients list, full troubleshooting guide, click the link below, download the PDF. It will cost you less than a bar of chocolate. Okay, let's get this show on the road. So we need to start with our 1 litre sanitized, very important. If you can't sanitize it, at the very least give it a good clean and a good rinse with hot water. Okay, so first off we're going to pour in 500 millilitres of warm water. Why warm water? Because warm water will dissolve the sugar a lot easier than cold water. So in we go with the 500 ml of warm water. Now we need our sugar, which I pre-weighed. 170 grams of sugar. If you've got a funnel, use it. Okay, so using your funnel if you have one. If not, get a piece of paper, form a cone with it. In we go with 170 grams of sugar. Okay, at this point, put the top on the bottle and give it a good shake. This gets some oxygen into the brew and it dissolves that sugar, of course. Okay, now remove the top again. And now we're going to add our 500 millilitres of cold water. This brings the temperature down so we don't kill our yeast. Now stop pouring the water when you get to within a couple of inches of the top of the bottle, because we need to leave some room for the fermentation to take place and not overflow and make a mess. Okay, top back on. Have a look, see if all the sugar's dissolved, which it has. Give it another shake anyway, just to get more oxygen in there and to mix up the hot water and the cold water so that we don't kill our yeast. Okay, now we come to pitch our yeast. We're using Aldi's fast action yeast, which is 99p for 56 grams. So we need around a level teaspoon for this, which is about 4 pence. Okay guys, this is 1/3 of a teaspoon, so we need 3 of these. Level 1, 2, and 3. Top back on for now. Okay, so in order to hit this 25 pence price tag, I've had to be surgical here. A penny for the water. It doesn't even come to that, trust me. But our sugar is £1.09, of which we're using 170 grams, That's 18 pence worth of sugar, along with our 1 penny of water, 19 pence. And then the Aldi yeast bumps us up to 25 pence. 25 pence for 10% booze, guys. I'm going to take a reading so that I can prove to you at the end of this process what percentage we got to. We might not hit 10%, we might get 8%, 9%, we might get 11%. Either way, for transparency, we get a reading now and a couple of readings later on. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a swirl just to get that yeast to mix in. Okay, now we get a quick reading. And I'll get a close-up of it with the Canon. .068. Okay, 1.068, we're probably going to end up around 9%. Unless we can get it to go a bit drier than 1.0, we might get up towards 10%. Okay, all this is sanitized, so I'm pouring this back. You don't need to do this, guys. I'm just doing it to show you what ABV you can get at the end of this. So, 9 to 10%. Again, guys, top on, just half a turn, make sure it's loose. Put it somewhere warm for the next week or so. Put it on if you're putting it inside your house, put it on a plate so that if it does overflow, you're not going to be leaving me a comment down below saying, I hate you. You made a mess of my house. Okay, see you in about a week, guys. Morning, guys. This is our Kilju that we made for a whopping 25 pence. It's been 10 days since we made this, and I can't see much activity now. We did have some pretty vigorous fermentation. The bottle's quite, it's coming at the top there. So I just want to take a reading with our hydrometer here to see if fermentation has finished. Just going to pour them in there very gently. Put the top back on. What have we got? .992. Okay, so our finishing gravity of 0.992. I am going to take it that has finished fermenting at that gravity. Let's take that out of there. I'm going to transfer it to a clean, sanitized bottle now, because I want to put this in the fridge overnight to see if it will clear. So transfer it to a clean bottle. It's always best to do this, guys, because there's yeast in there. There's some crocin at the top there from the fermentation process. Get it into a clean bottle. Let's be civilized. And if you just pour it really gently, then most of the yeast will stay in the bottom of the other bottle. There we go, and look at that. Okay. Let's put a top on there, and that is going to go into the fridge overnight. Hopefully it will clear nicely for us. If it doesn't, I'll show you what you can do to get it to clear. But no, that goes in the fridge I'm going to put the top on tight now, so it might carbonate a little bit if possible, but we know what the strength is. I'll throw the strength up on the screen at the end of the video when we come to taste this. But for now, I'll see you tomorrow, guys. Morning, guys. Recognise this? This is our 25p Kilju. I've had it in the fridge for a couple of days now, and it's cleared pretty good. I can see my hand, the other side of there, sediment in the bottom there. So as you can probably tell with the glass there, it's time for a taste. Right, has it carbonated? Yeah, has a little bit. Only a tiny bit though, so I've still got it in that second bottle. There's still a little bit of sediment in there, so I'm going to pour this very carefully for you. It's nice and clear. It's a very clean smell. I can't smell much there because, well, face it, we've got sugar and water in there. Or we did have. It fermented to very dry, 0.992, which gives us, from our original reading of opening gravity of 1.068, gives us 9.975 ABV. So you're damn right I'm going to round that up to 10%. So we've got a 10% Kilju. And all that's left to do is taste it, guys. 25p, 1 litre Kilju. Okay, here we go. Well, that's extraordinary. That's extraordinary. Now, the reason I'm saying that is because it's basically a vodka taste, but it's 10%, so it's a quarter of the strength. Haha. Yeah, that has absolutely shocked me. It's just a completely clean alcohol. That's the best way I can describe it. There's very little on the nose. It just smells of an alcoholic beverage, but you know, because we've not put anything else in there. It's just water and sugar and yeast. It's just a clean alcohol, so it's very drinkable on its own. It's because it's such a crisp taste, but that with some excuse me, that with some orange juice or some lemon juice or even tonic or coke or something is going to make a fine drink, or just drink it on its own. That's extraordinary. I was not expecting that. Huh. I wish it was evening. I'd drink a little bit more for you, because that's pleasant. Surprisingly so. So there you have it, guys. 25p. Kilju. Did I get that right? Our friends in Scandinavia. I hope I did. Feeling the warmth now. Feeling the warmth. It's going on a t-shirt, that is. Just to recap, guys. This fermented in 7 to 10 days. I've not been able to spend much time in here, so it could have fermented on the 8th day, the 9th day, I don't know. And then it's had near enough a full 3 days in my fridge to clear like that. It cleared very slowly, you know, like inch by inch. But it has cleared, and it will clear even further. Like I say, a little bit murky there, but it would probably clear even further if I left it for another couple of days. So, 10% Kilju, 25p. As always, guys, if you've liked the video, please like and subscribe. More videos coming, and all that leaves is for me to say cheers.